Imagine a disease so terrifying it wiped out nearly half of Europe's population. Streets filled with corpses, families turning on each other, and doctors wearing bird-like masks. This is the story of the Black Death, the deadliest pandemic in recorded human history. And yes, we're diving into some of its most gruesome details. Stick around. You might want to wash your hands after this one. The Black Death was a bubonic plague outbreak that struck Europe between 1347 and 1351. It's estimated to have killed 75 to 200 million people worldwide, with up to 60% of Europe's population gone in just 4 years. The disease was caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis, spread through fleas on rats, and traveled fast via ships and trade routes. But the horror wasn't just in the numbers, it was in what the disease did to the human body. Victims of the bubonic plague suffered in unimaginable ways. Within 3 to 5 days of infection, painful black swellings called buboes would appear, usually in the groin, armpits, or neck. These oozed pus and blood and gave the Black Death its name. Fever, vomiting, and internal bleeding followed. In some cases, the disease attacked the lungs, leading to the pneumonic plague, which caused people to cough up bloody foam and made them dangerously contagious. Even more terrifying, the septicemic version of the plague killed victims within hours. Their skin turned black from necrosis, as their bodies essentially rotted from the inside. The Black Death didn't just kill people, it shattered societies. Entire villages vanished, fields went unharvested, mass graves were dug by the hundreds. People turned to superstition and blamed outsiders, Jews, and even the wrath of God. Flagellants marched from town to town, whipping themselves in repentance. Doctors, clueless about germs, wore those creepy plague masks stuffed with herbs. They thought the disease was spread by bad air. And in the chaos, many simply gave up on morality. Some indulged in wild parties and violence. After all, the end seemed near. So how did it end? Over time, the plague burned itself out, partly because so many had died, and partly due to early quarantine efforts. But it wasn't gone for good. The plague resurfaced in waves for centuries, even reaching London in 1665, killing 100,000 more. Here's a gruesome fact. DNA from plague victims buried in the 1300s shows they were buried alive in some cases. People were so quick to dispose of the sick, they couldn't always tell if someone was truly dead. And yes, Yersinia pestis still exists today, but thanks to antibiotics, it's treatable if caught early. The Black Death reminds us how fragile life can be and how far we've come. If this dark journey fascinated you, hit that like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon for more terrifying tales from history. Stay curious and stay safe.